Hey guys, this is Mark with Bees Music Shop. We're here at the 2022 Anaheim NAMM show with Steven of McSwain Guitars, and he's going to walk us through some of these sweet looking custom creations.
Obviously we're here in the Boutique Builder Showcase, which has been amazing. I've fortunately been a part of it since the beginning, which 7 years ago, I guess. And it's really, really good for us as a small builder like myself, because it's just me. And a lot of these guys, it's just them. So boutique builders in the same little location, you can kind of come see all different styles of builds, but everybody kind of has their own tweaks and twists and turns. And so what I do and kind of what my main through line is a lot of my guitars will have metal on the top of them. They're wooden guitars like this, but they have a thin sheet of aircraft aluminum on them. So this was the original guitar that I made 20 years ago in my shape with my headstock, and I wanted to bring this to kind of show the origins and kind of where it's led today. But so my whole concept was you build a guitar that plays and sounds amazing, and then you add to it and you put like aesthetic things that make it just go, okay, what's that? You know, makes it stand out from everything else. So this is walnut that blew down during Hurricane Hugo in 1989 in North Carolina. Leveled about 50 black walnut trees on my uncle's farm, so I harvested a bunch of it and made guitars out of it. So it gets a cool story of a tree that, you know, was just like decimated, and now it's a repurposed for, you know, rock and roll. So these are old airplane gauges that I would find in aircraft surplus, junkyard, thing like that, and they don't do anything except light up and look cool, you know. So the metal was strictly for aesthetics to begin with, but the metal with the wood, you get the warmth from the wood, but then you get this pop and this sustain out of the metal, which is just phenomenal. And it's just a cool little added bonus that it was a happy mistake, basically. So hex bolts that are actually cut in half and inlaid. And I started doing metal binding on them, which I'll show you on the bass. And this is pretty standard on almost every single guitar that I make. So you'll have this aluminum binding, and I actually got a patent on it, which is underneath the fretboard, you'll have a thin sheet, like a thin sheet of aluminum, and then it comes up on the side. So it enhances a lot of the resonance throughout the whole instrument. So that's fun. The side dots are screws, and then the flag theme, what I'll do is with different kinds of stars, like these are skull stars for the black flag model, I'll shoot wax, it's gloss wax casting. I'll have it cast in sterling silver, brass, bronze, copper, whatever, and then the gear knobs too, of course, to kind of match. So mahogany body, maple neck, and I always like the nitrocellulose finish where I can, you know, age it and crackle finish it like this one. So I started doing the Model T, which is your kind of Telecaster inspired style, because everybody loves it. It's such a ubiquitous shape. So I did this one for the show. Mahogany body, traditional maple neck with the walnut stripe. And I'll add all these different little things. Like this is a plate which ties into the whole lightning bolt theme of the guitar. And I made it to where the strings are in contact with this plate, so it pops so much more tone into the guitar. And then I'll add little touches like the knobs with the lightning bolt, and of course the string tree that's a lightning bolt. So nitrocellulose finish with the crackle. Pretty versatile guitar. I use arcane pickups for the most part. Split coil neck and then three-way switch, so you know you get some good variety out of it. But double bound with the celluloid binding. You know, it's fun.
It's awesome looking guitars, man.
Thanks, man.
I can only imagine how they play. I love all the gold, all the crackle. It seems like every guitar, do you kind of just have like a theme going into it, or does it just kind of happen?
No, pretty much. Like if you go to my site, you'll see like I have a bunch of different models. Like I do a bunch of different flag models. Like I'll have a traditional red, white, and blue American flag in metal with stars, and then I'll have a Texas flag or a British flag, and then I have an oil can series, which I would get these old oil cans from like the 40s and 50s and peel them apart and laminate them to the top. There's one called Stay Cool that it was just, I mean, come on, Stay Cool, like. So, and it has I turned a little light box, it was a disc on it that says keeps the motor cool, and I would turn it into a light box, which is powered by a 9-volt battery, and you pull the tone knob up and it glows, and it does nothing except just look cool. Yeah, I love, I'm a sucker for lights, so Other things, I started out, when I first started building guitars, hand carving everything, and it just kind of evolved into this metal, and now I kind of do combinations of everything and all that. So it's been fun, but with the lost wax casting, it adds so much more little details to it, and the devil's in the details, like just draws you in. Like, started doing skull rings to, kind of just pass the time, but it's fun, man. I love it. It's just been doing it for almost 25 years, so.
It's truly awesome, dude. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thanks for indulging me.
Of course.